Hey everybody, it's Sammy, your favorite Ozark Canadian, and welcome to Does It Work? The series where we get a piece of gear for super cheap without the promise that it even functions correctly. Hopefully we can crack it open, do a little testing, and with my very limited knowledge of electronics, maybe get it back into working order. I bought some gear I need to know, does it work? This is a Barker & Williamson Model 210 audio oscillator from 1961. Now this is real important to use a machine like this if you're testing analog equipment, like our TIAC 80-8. You would use this for test tones to set the meters, different calibrations. The manual outlines all this, and I actually need a unit like this to fully calibrate my reel-to-reel tape machine. I got this one at a price that I couldn't say no to, and I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. Now here's the thing. I have not even plugged this in or put any power to it. I'll turn this around here for you. If you can get a good look at this power cable, it is absolutely frayed. The ground pin is missing. I don't know if it's been chewed on. This was left in a storage warehouse for many, many years. It appears to be tube powered with some very large capacitors and even a light bulb in there. And I don't want to mess around and get zapped by an inefficient or ill-capable power connection here. So the first thing we need to do before we do anything is go ahead and crack this thing open and maybe change out this power cable. Let's start there. We'll see if it works. The first thing I think we need to do is remove these 3 screws, and none of them match, so someone's been in this thing before, to see if we can't get this whole unit pulled out of its chassis and case. Let's try it. Well, I've already seemed to hit a snag. Let me dive into this a little deeper and see if I can't figure out why I can't get it pulled out of here. All right, we got her pulled out of the case here. Looks like we got some possible mouse droppings over here. Very nice. I found where the power cable comes in here through the back. It connects to this transformer. The ground connects here, and it looks like a couple other connections are made here into the fuse and onwards. This is a very old piece of equipment. It's very early 1960s, very component based, no circuit boards. It's quite a marvel to look at. I'm going to unsolder the power cable so we can remove it, and then what we'll do is we'll put a replacement power cable here and might power up, see if she works. All right, moment of truth here on our unit. I'm going to go ahead and plug her in right here. All right, she's connected, and I guess we're going to switch it on. Whoa, we got a light. Yep, we got a light, and I think I see some glowing tubes back here. Nothing's burning yet. Take that back. Pull the plug. Something was definitely... We got smoke. Oh yeah, we got smoke. And it was right about there that I realized I think I'm in over my head. I was getting a little nervous. The smoke was pouring out. A little hard to see on the video, but it didn't look good. Smelled bad. Smelled a lot like rat turds and burning electronics. I thought to myself, Sammy, this is not a good moment. You have no idea what you're doing. Best to walk away from this one. What's wrong with it? I don't know, but it does not work. Sometimes maybe it is better to spend the money and get the working unit, but no risk on this one. I got to use this one for free. The people who let me take a look at it had no idea if it had worked. It had sat in that back of that warehouse for so many years. The people that would have used it years ago are long gone, and no one had any knowledge of what it even was. I'm the one that recognized from the big dial on the front that this is one of those old school test oscillators. It does not work. But we learned something today, and this brings up a good point. The gut feeling. If you ever are messing around with electronics, especially things connected to the power grid, and you get that gut feeling, it's time to unplug and walk away. Am I going to dive back into this one? Maybe. I'll put it back on the shelf and think about it. Maybe dive into some forums. But I'm not going to power it up anytime soon. I'm going to let this thing sit for quite a while. Maybe do some discharging. The one thing I noticed when I was taking that power cord off is it about crumbled like cardboard or paper. And looked like some of the interior components probably were like that too. I bet this thing hasn't been turned on 30 years, 40 years maybe, since the 80s, if not before that. It does not work. Learned a lot of lessons today. Hey, there's going to be more opportunities to see if something works in the future, but we're going to leave this one alone. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm Sammy Raycraft, your favorite Ozark Canadian. Hey, let me know down below. Do you think you know why it doesn't work? What do you think's going on here? Am I being overly cautious? Your opinions would be super helpful. Maybe we can figure this one out together.
I bought some gear I need to know. Does it